We at Anna, we do both banking and what we call no-nonsense admin. That's what Anna stands for. And that's invoices, invoice chasing, receipt collections, even VAT filing. So we're really into help businesses to do banking and their day-to-day admin. So what we are finding that around 1/3 of the invoices that our clients are creating, they never get paid. Well, we don't know whether they actually rendered the services or not, but most often they not. They have to chase their invoice, and that's what we do for them, and they chase it more than once. And another big issue we've seen is obviously during the COVID, the amount of late payments and invoices that need to be chased just grew and grew dramatically. And clients were turning for their bounce back loans. And that was really a disaster for those who have just recently started their business, because the bounce back loans were administered only through the high street banks. And the high street banks were not opening their accounts during the lockdown. And neobanks were the only ones who were able to open accounts remotely, but then no bounce back loans for these guys. And we've seen a huge outcry and a shortage of funds within the community of our clients. We're doing several things to help out. One of it is also the QR code link that allows to get paid immediately, but we don't use a card for that. We use an open banking solution, and it's growing exponentially. Once people try it, they love it, because that's exactly the scenario. While you're in front of your client, you can ask for money, and you can look at their eyes and watch them pay you. And that's an exciting thing for every small business, I guess. It's much easier to chase somebody when you know who to chase. Also, when we onboard the clients, we ask them to actually use it. Well, we don't say open banking, but we ask to link their other business accounts or personal accounts for us to have a better picture and to be able to serve them better. And unfortunately, only 10%. Around 10% of the clients agree to do so, and those who do, they normally would link their personal account, right, and not their business account. Obviously, if they would have, we would have had much better KYB process, much better offers for them, but very few do. On the brighter side of things, though, is that clients are really eager to use open banking protocols when they smell loans, when they smell money or some opportunity to refinance, then they're much more open to share their data. The issue is that we normally cannot share the data with other companies without further consent, and that makes the whole flow, the UX flow, the experience flow for small business really cumbersome and really difficult. What it seems that customers might need is that they just want to share the data, for example, for them to be considered for the loan. They might want to share it with pretty much all the lenders on the market, all those who might be willing to refund their invoices or to chase them for them or whatever. But then they would like to revoke that. This thing is currently not possible. It's also not possible to bypass the data for some purposes of the similar nature. What we've seen is that clients are sharing their data, and I've heard the concerns that like 100 to 200 of pages of data is too much, but employing artificial intelligence doesn't seem to be a problem to chew through the data and to do some pre-scoring decisions. And the thing that we were doing at Anna is offering our clients pre-approved credits but then they had to go to the lender and do the whole onboarding process again and share the transactional data with them afresh, because we obviously could not do the full scoring for the lenders. The lenders have to do it themselves based on the fact that data is shared with them, and clients cannot share their data with the lenders through an intermediate provider. So that might be a solution.